then this is something that you could do for low cost. But if you want to keep doing free things, there are still ways. We're going to go on to more free options. But what you could do is you could buy a low cost product. When you buy a low cost product, or whatever product it is that you want to purchase, but you want to purchase something and you want to see, okay, what happens? And this is if you're serious about using this R&D. So I would recommend, because this is literally free research and development. So paying $20, $30, $100 for a product is nothing when you get your entire customer journey mapped out for free, right? As long as you're able to replicate it, which does take some technical skill, but you can do it if you are, if you're decently tech savvy. You just need to know what you're doing. But the how to do it, this is stuff anybody could do. Anybody could figure out how to use a CRM, customer relationship management platform, to send emails and SMS messages and graphics and stuff like that. It is a lot of work. I'm not saying it's not a lot of work, but I'm talking about people that maybe they don't have the capital yet to hire a brand manager, such as myself, but they want to get into actually tightening up their back end and making it more efficient and more effective. So you're going to buy the product. When you buy the product, you're going to see, okay, what type of emails and SMS messages are you receiving as that product is in shipment to you? How long does it take to ship? Do they give you updates? When you just purchased that product and you've gotten the confirmation email, are you getting an upsell? Are you getting an upsell at the end of the cart page? You're looking at all of these things. Okay. So, and then again, other free options would be to email their customer service team to inquire about a product, to ask about, why they have certain ingredients, or ask about, what is the most effective way to use it, and see how they respond, see how long it takes them to respond, etc. Okay. Same thing applies to services. If you have a service and you subscribe to someone's email list, what do? What is the first thing that they offer you? Are they offering you a 15-minute consultation? Are they offering you a discounted price for their service if you buy a bundle? Are they trying to inquire as to whether or not you would be a good fit? What is the first thing that they do at every single touch point whenever you get in contact with them as a customer or a client? And then when it comes to a content creator or a social media person, if you're not selling a product or service and you are solely just a content creator, which is being an entrepreneur, and I'm talking about content creators that have a niche, they have niche down, or they have multiple niches that are under one umbrella niche, right? But they have a focus. When you're looking at these people who are successful, and by successful, I don't mean that they necessarily have a ton of followers, but I'm meaning that the engagement is high. What are the things that they're doing? How are they responding to their comments? What is the frequency? When they respond, are they responding with videos primarily? Are they responding with, just text comments? Like, are they asking questions to their audience? What is making them so appealing when it comes to people wanting to engage with them? So these are some tips and tricks so that you can, cheat code your customer journey, and you really don't have to do anything. So that's the first method, which is using another brand. And this method works excellent because you can do this with multiple brands. It is free information because every single brand is going to have a response, because every single brand has a marketing strategy if they're successful. The second thing is you can do this with your own brand. Now, I suggest you do number one, but you can do it with your own brand, and you can think about and really try to draw that number line on what do you want? So the first method is kind of figuring out, like, in retrospect from another brand, like working backwards, what do they do? But you can also use yourself and you can map out what do you want to happen. But what I would say is you kind of want to do a mixture of the two. You want to use the other brands as like a scaffolding or like an inspiration. And then you want to go ahead and map your own customer journey just to make sure that you're either not leaving anything out or doing too much that's going to take up too much of your time and your energy. Okay, I hope that was helpful. And until next time, bye.